Minecraft worlds have changed a lot over the years. While most modern worlds are these amazingly composed art pieces using color theory and texturing, older worlds were way different, but not necessarily in a bad way. Old Minecraft worlds were usually an unpolished collage of different things thrown together depending on what people felt like building that day, and I've always found them super charming. So I thought to myself, what if I recreated the charm of old Minecraft worlds by making the biggest mistake of my life? Letting my viewers decide what I build. Starting after this video, I'm only going to build what you tell me, with some additions like farms I might add off camera, but besides that, you guys have full control. Now, this is going to be a normal survival world that I do by myself, so I'm not going to be able to do any mega structures, and the rules for what I'm allowing to be built will be in the comments. I think this viewer put it best. This is either going to be the most amazing community-driven world ever, or it's going to be a disgusting mess. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, it's time to create a new world, and I've been thinking about it, and I already have a name for it. Tump City. Only real ones will get this reference. And for the world seed, I feel like it's only right based on my content to make Tumpy the seed. So let's generate the world. And would you look at that? A beautiful spawn with not a single acacia tree around. We've got nothing but spruce as far as the eye can see. So let's just get started and build like a starter house. Getting some wood. Grab that. Now I'm realizing this is actually my first time actually playing Minecraft on my channel in like a long form video, which is kind of cool, but you're gonna notice that I do have a few weird things, like my XP bar is rainbow and my hearts are gray. This is just a standard vanilla tweaks texture pack that I made myself. You could just look up vanilla tweaks and you can custom build your own resource pack, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I went ahead and got some spruce wood, and I think the first thing I want to do is prioritize finding an area that's going to be nice and flat so that I can plan out all the future builds. Oh, it looks like there's a lava pit over there. Yeah, that tree is burning. I forgot that sheep can spawn in different colors now. That threw me off. Although I think black sheep could always spawn. Hey guys, look. Don't show the pink guy, am I right? Maybe we'll build over there just to spite him. While that would be funny, I think I'd prefer a less tree-covered area, so it mitigates the amount of work I have to do. Oh, I think there's a village over there behind that hill. Alright, it looks like I might have found some flat land. I'm gonna land here and take a look at this, but it looks like it might be a little bit small. Let's see. The area is not too bad. I really like this, like, perfectly flat circle. It's, like, the greatest place to put a starter house, but I don't know if I like the terrain around here as much, so I think I'm gonna just keep looking. Plus, I saw a ruined portal over there. Time to go on a journey. Spruce. I see a lot of birch trees over there. Yeah, there's a lot of trees around here, and I really don't want to have to deal with breaking them all if I can avoid it without, like, just needing to get the wood. Like, I don't want to have to terraform a bunch if I can avoid it. Alright, let's see what we got inside this ruined portal. Where's the chest? There it is. Oh, mending hoe. That's actually pretty good. And a golden apple. That's not bad. Oh, a looting 3 sword. That's actually a pretty decent nether portal chest. And off we go. As much as I like spruce wood, I don't really want to put my area in a spruce biome. We need to find the perfect flat area for Tump City. Lush cave here. And for the record, I'm not using any seed finder, cheats, or anything like that. This is all just going to be organic Minecraft. Alright, this area looks kind of interesting. I'm going to look at it a little bit more. There's a good amount of flat land around at the base of this hill, and that forest doesn't look too bad. Plus, it looks like it's near some other birch and spruce trees, so I'll have a good amount of wood that I can work with. Also, I think being close to the ocean is a good idea, just in case people want me to build something by the sea, like a ship or something. I keep getting thrown off so bad because I forgot that animals make new noises. So I'm like killing them and they're just going like rah, and I'm like, what is that noise? Oh, there's another ruined portal down there. Hold on, and a nautilus. I gotta make use of these things in this world. Not as good. let's make a quick bed and just sleep through this. I see a flat hill over there. We have a jungle biome on this side. We have some birch over there, and I know the spruce isn't far, so I think I want to try to settle in this region. Oh, hi, dolphin. Yeah, and it looks like there's a lot of different wood. Oh, guys, I don't know if we can go here. All right, well, I see this area over here to the right. It's pretty flat. It's near jungle. It's also near acacia, if I ever have to use that, and proximity to jungles is pretty cool. I also like that it's next to the ocean, so I have a lot of opportunities to build different things. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. It looks like there's another ruined portal over there. Oh my gosh. Oh, free sugarcane. Look at that. Whoa, lag spike. And we'd have access to bamboo, which is pretty cool, and there's a good amount of flat land here. I think I could probably make this work. Alright, well, the first thing that we have to do is name the area that we landed on. And I hereby declare this path to be Tump City Landing. Boom. Alright, so I guess the first thing I should do is probably get some materials and probably start working on a house also. And I think I'm gonna put it probably somewhere over there in the back. But what do I want to build it out of? I think first what we'll do, just to prepare for the future, is we'll pop a bunch of sugar cane on there. And let's do a little bit more, just so by the time it's enchanting time, we can just get a ton of books already. I just noticed there's this like really ugly part where the water is flowing in over here, so we're gonna have to fix that eventually. Alright, first let's get through the boring part and get ourselves some stone. Alright guys, it's time to make use of a super awesome mechanic. Leaf litter. I guess since there's going to be so much of it, I may as well start using it. Alright, let's get our first stone tools going. Actually, guys, what I realized is that someone already suggested I build a giant sheep as my starter base, and I think that actually sounds really fun, so that's what I'm going to do. So my goal by the end of this episode is to get some tools and build a giant sheep house. So I think what I'll do is I'll do oak for the skin, and then I'll just get like a bunch of wool and stuff for the... well, the wool. But the question is, what color do I want the sheep to be? I did not mean to walk into the tree like that, but it was kind of funny. Alright guys, since I just got a bunch of wood, I think what I want to do now is make a little fenced-in area, and then I want to start farming, and I want to grab some sheep first, so that by the time I finish breeding and everything, I'll have a bunch of wool that I can work with. Then I can go mine for iron, and I don't have to worry about wool. Only problem is there are, like, no sheep around here. I think what I'll do for now is old Minecraft style, just put my house in a hill. We have this unbreaking gold shovel, we may as well just use it. And there's even some coal in our house, look at that. Our house is now a home. And since we have some of this coal, we can already make some torches, which is awesome. And let's just real quick make ourselves some doors. Are you guys an inside door or outside door kind of person? And since we're going to have to breed sheep, we got to get ourselves some seeds, so let's get to work on that. Alright, we got 10 wheat seeds. That should be a pretty good start. So let's just go ahead and hoe a bunch of this ground with our mending thing and just plant all of those. Cool. And let's just sleep before we die. Alright, guys, take a screenshot if you have to. This is the first Tumpy house tour. As you can see, you know, I've got a beautiful waterfront view. We come inside. Boom. Look at this. Absolutely amazing. I'm still not seeing any sheep around, which is really annoying, but I guess in the meantime, let's just go mining and grab ourselves some iron, so that way we can just, get to work here. You know what I almost forgot about is copper armor and tools. I could start making some of those. Guys, I hate to say it, but I think in order to grab some sheep, we're gonna have to venture to the most evil place in all of Minecraft. Here we go. Ew. Alright, let's just make this quick. All we need to do is grab some sheep. Since it's so flat, maybe we can find a village and just get some hay bales. That'll make it a lot easier, so I don't have to worry about growing my own wheat. So guys, I actually saw something. I saw two things actually. There are sheep there, but there's also snow there. But there's also a cherry biome. So I'm thinking, what if I were to actually just do a pink sheep using cherry wood and oak wood? That could be cool. In fact, I think that's exactly what I want to do, because that sounds pretty cool. I'm just realizing these guys have a unique wood sound. I never realized that. But this is also basically my first time cutting down cherry trees. I usually don't bother with them. Alright, perfect. We got a bunch of cherry saplings too, so that's going to make it even easier to grow them. Now I have to decide, I'm going to add a little bit of white for the face. Do I want that to be wool or do I want that to be snow? There's a village over there. What is that? Generation? Oh, and there's a dripstone cave here. I might need to reconsider where I'm putting my base. This is one of the weirdest village generations I think I've ever seen. What is going on with this? Okay, guys, I know I said that I had found my base, but this is looking pretty attractive as a new location. There's just like so much flat land here. The only downside is that it's not really near water, so if I ever wanted to build something on the ocean, that would be a little weird, but I guess that gives me a reason to do like a minecart track or something. Oh, I didn't even realize this is a blacksmith. What's inside? Oh my god, why are there so many spears? I guess I'll take one in the iron leggings. Yay, the spear. All right, guys, new plan. I'm making this the official site of Tump City. Yeah, I think I want to build the sheep maybe on that hill. That could be kind of fun. I've already got the cherry wood. There's plenty of sheep around, and there's even some oak trees that way. So the only thing I really need now is some black. And that's just for the hooves. So I guess I can work on that eventually. Or I could even just use brown for the hose. Let's see, what color are sheep's hose? Please stand still. Yeah, they're kind of a brown. I'm wondering if I should actually use spruce for that. So in the meantime, what I want to do is I'm going to plant a couple of these cherry saplings just so they grow. And I'm going to start working on the sheep. So I think I'm going to put it like right up on top of here. So that way it kind of overlooks anything. Yeah, I like that idea. I'm going to start by flattening the hill. Alright guys, I am doing this completely tutorialist, so I kind of have to think about what I want to do with it. So I think what I want to do is have each of the feet be like a 5x5, and then I'll have it extend out one for the wool, and then it'll continue for the body, and then the head. Yeah, something like roughly this size looks good. And then I'll probably give it like a 2-block gap, and I'm not really going to worry as much about the, like, foundation or anything. I just want to get this thing started. Yeah, so I started and ran out of oak wood. One trend you guys are going to notice is that I'm very, very bad at collecting materials. Alright, I got some more wood, so now I have to think about how tall I want to make this. I'm thinking like 4 blocks tall, just so it's like standard room size. These could be really tiny rooms, but that's okay. I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking I already messed up, but that's okay. It's going to just be part of the charm. Alright, so I got myself a good amount of cherry wood. It's probably still not going to be enough to complete the whole body, but it's definitely enough to get started. If you guys can tell me who made Pink Sheep famous, you're a veteran for real. Alright, for this, I think I want to go one out, and I'm realizing I should probably make myself another axe before I get started with this. There we go. Alright, let's get to work. So the first thing we're going to do is go out one like so. We're going to do that on both sides. And then we're probably going to go up like 3 more blocks. And we're obviously going to keep this hollow because this is where all of our rooms are going to be. And since these are like the bottom tufts of the legs, that means we have to probably come forward like 2 or so and then maybe go up like, I don't know, like 8 or so maybe. So I think I'll come up 1 more and then come out, oops, come out 2, and then I think that'll be good, and we'll go to the back and maybe go out 1 for like the butt of the sheep. Alright, this is what the front looks like, and I'm realizing there's actually supposed to probably be a gap in the legs. When I look at the sheep, I don't think there's any around. There were some. But it's gonna be a little on the stubby and chunky side, but that's okay. I think it's gonna look really funny. And of course, since I'm terrible at gathering resources, I have to go do that again. Alright, I went and got a bunch of cherry wood, so hopefully this is a good enough start. I'm thinking I want to go up and then out 1, and then this will be the butt of everything, and we're going to just basically go from here to there and then fill it all the way in. I'm thinking this probably won't be enough, but we'll see. Alright, so I actually managed to get the main floor done using only 1 stack of my logs. Well, a little bit more than that, but this is honestly pretty good progress for that. So I'm thinking now I probably want to go up maybe 7 more blocks. I'll see what feels good, and that will be the main wall. Alright, so I've gone up about 6 at this point, and I'm thinking I still want to go a little higher, just thinking about the shape of the sheep. They're usually pretty boxy. I think this is probably about the size of, like, the torso. So maybe I go up, like, 5 more, then I can add the head here, and I think we'll be good. And get our first actual transportation down one of our legs. I kind of love this. This is really cool. Now that we have that, what I'm going to want to do is come to the bottom here and break that open and place a door. Whoa. Okay, hopping inside and let's sleep. All right, I'm going to have to go chop some more stuff because I'm really good at this game. And, oh, hello, guys. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Wait, hold on. Can I get a disc? Maybe I can manage this. Ah, we burned to death. That sucks. I also smelted all my copper, as you probably noticed already, to make my life a little bit easier. So yeah, it looks like we're probably going to need a good bit more of this cherry wood. But I do like how this is coming out. From the side, it honestly looks a lot better than from the front, but it's going to be cool. Alright, I got a bunch more cherry wood using the power of a Luigi's Mansion playthrough from 2012. So, ow. Okay, good job. Good job. So yeah, thinking about this, I think it's about 7 blocks tall, and I think I want to do probably 10 total. Let me think about this. Yeah, roughly 10 or 11 blocks tall maybe is a good starting point. So I'm at 7. Let's go up 3 more and see how I feel about it. Okay, yeah, I think I'm pretty good with this height so far. So then what I want to do is come in like here and here for the head portion. And then since this is going to be a flat back, let's come in like that maybe. Yeah, and then we'll come out like 4 probably. Yeah, that should be good. And then we can come across and match it on this side. And we'll fill in the chin. And now I have to think. Sheep faces are usually out 1. And then I know they have like the little chin part. And I think for the face I will look at a reference. Okay, so I need to do something kind of like this. And then I need to fill in some of it with pink, but it needs to look different. Oh, you know what? This should probably come in 1 more. There we go, that's a little better, and now to fill this in, we can probably do something like that for the mouth, just so it looks a little bit different. And then for the face, come across like so. And then obviously this is all gonna get filled in, so what I'll do is I'll just do this to match it. So we have the thing, and then sheep heads are usually kind of like this, right? And then we can fill that part in, fill this part in, and then we probably want 1 more row for the wool at the top. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, I'm looking at this from the inside, and this actually looks really good. Wait, that came out great. All right, the only thing I'm realizing is that sheep's backs are usually a bit higher up relative to the head. I was looking at a couple of sheep down there, and I don't know if we can see the one that I saw, but yeah, when I look at like a photo of a sheep too, it also looks a little bit different. It's like higher up towards like the eyes. It's like usually right around where they are. So I want to bring this back up like 4 more, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, roughly 4. So let's do that. All right, we've got the back basically done. All that's left is to fill this in, finish up the head, and then the base of the house will be finished. Oh man, guys, I just took a look at it from the front. Oh my god, it looks so bad, but I also love it. It's like perfect, but it's also horrible. Oh no. It's okay, it's okay. That's what it's all about, right? Making horrible, scuffed, terrible things. And done. Okay, guys, the giant sheep house. This is my starter house. Have you ever seen something so beautiful? And it's time to start the first tradition. To commemorate this amazing build, I'm going to place a sign right here for Sheepman B9H2C. So there's a good shot of our first ever house, and this is how I'm pretty much going to handle all of the builds. So whenever I finish one, I'm going to put a little sign next to it to commemorate who is the one who suggested the build. So by the time we're finished here, we're just going to have a ton of builds all over this area, hopefully, if people enjoy this. And they'll have all the signs, and, you know, maybe we'll do some tours every once in a while, and people can look back and be like, oh my god, I suggested that. It made it into the world. Oh god, it looks so bad from the side. And yeah, off camera, I'll probably do some decorating. I'll fill it in with some, you know, like oak and different things. I'll probably want to throw in some like windows and stuff. I'll probably replace some of the sides with like pink and everything. And yeah, we'll make this thing look a little bit nicer in the future. But for now, I wanted to get the house built and actually get it finished. And also off camera, I'll probably handle the boring stuff like mining for iron and everything. I mean, you guys have seen that over and over. And I mean, I'm very clearly not cheating. I just built this whole thing with stone and copper. I could have, you know, if I was, very easily just went down and got a bunch of diamond and then just went to the nether and got netherite, but I wanted to just get the house built first and foremost. I like doing that more. But before I go ahead and end the episode, I guess I just should just briefly show you guys what the inside looks like. There's not much in it right now, but basically each of the legs is going to have ladders that lead down, and I think I'm going to decorate each of them with probably a couple floors and maybe make these like the utility. So like this could be the enchanting room if I have space, this could be like an armor stand room, this could be like a bedroom, and this is the whole inside. As you can see, it's very big. So I think what I'm going to do is probably add an oak platform or maybe a jungle platform just to make things a little more interesting and break everything up. And then that'll be like 2 floors where I add like a living room and a bunch of other cool stuff. And over here, I think I might eventually also replace the eyes with some glass just to make it like kind of cool, because then I could look outside the sheep and everything. Maybe on the sides, I'll replace some of the wool with glass as well, some like pink glass so that it all matches. And up here, this is like part of the neck. I could just erase this part. I don't know. I'll figure out something to do. Maybe I'll store stuff up there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you like this idea for a series. Be sure to go down into the comments so you can see the rules about suggesting a build, and of course, add your suggestion in the comments so that I may consider it as the next project in Tump City. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.